Nice thing about Squawk Box, we cut through and we get to the nuts and bolts of it. Okay, indefatigable, and he is unwavering, unequivocal. Make no mistake, we know where Marc Faber's view of the world is. The end is near. Are we talking about deep impact or 2012? Okay, stand down. And that leads us very nicely into some feedback from a viewer out there in TV land. Luigi wants to know, Mark, what your Armageddon is going to transpire like. Hyperinflation, hyperdeflation, or both? And what indicator, he says, do I need to look out before I head for the hills?
For the cave.
The cave.
No, I think what you can get is a lot of different things at different times, a lot of volatility. We could have high inflation first, and the final outcome will be deflation when everything collapses. But before we go there, we could have high inflation. But the point I'd like to make today really is this. There's so much talk about China, and nobody knows exactly how long this progress in China will go on, and the excesses, the unsustainable growth will go on. But what is interesting is that although many markets have this year made new highs, and just recently, the Chinese stock market is still below the August 2009 highs and below the November highs. And Hong Kong was last November 2009 at 23,100, and today it's 21,000 something. So when I look at the market action, I say to myself, maybe something is not quite right, because otherwise stocks would be much higher. Yeah. Why are Hong Kong stocks not much higher than they are at the present time?
Yeah, where's the fraud?
And
Dr. Faber,
can I say something else?
Yeah, no, sure, go ahead.
Well, the other thing that I've noticed recently is that some economic sensitive stocks like US Steel, Rio Tinto, Freeport McMoran, and so forth, they haven't performed very well. They're acting heavy, and industrial commodities in general. On the other hand, the agricultural commodities look very good. They really look like they're building bottom formations, and from where you could have significant price increases. So I would essentially, I'm not saying the end will come tomorrow, but at least I would take some precaution about being careful here to run into commodity-related stocks.
You like palladium, though?
Yeah, I like precious metals, but I don't consider precious metals to be commodities. I consider them to be money, hard money, in terms of government's inability to print hard money like gold, silver, platinum, palladium. You can produce it, but you can't increase the quantity at the same rate Mr. Bernanke will print money in the US. And believe me, Mr. Bernanke, he will keep interest rates in real terms, inflation adjusted, forever below zero.
And
forever.
The great thing about those things like palladium, they last almost forever. Even when Armageddon hits, it'll be here for a long time. Have fun at the conference, okay?
It is my pleasure.